Another final for you, Stephen, and another trophy for you, Ronnie. And thanks for the entertainment. I'm sure everybody at home will agree with that. So, there we are. That's the end of this Liverpool Victoria United Kingdom Championship. It's my chance to wish you all a happy Christmas early on. It'll save the card, won't it? And you won't see us again until the next snooker.
Snooker? Snooker.
This is the ultimate crown jewel in snooker.
Snooker. Does it need more O's?
This first session. Wonderful snooker.
Snooker. If you're like me and grew up in the United States, then you have likely not had the pleasure of getting to know the great game of snooker. Well, it would be my pleasure to enlighten you.
So much history, so much prestige, and also so much excitement about the calendar year of snooker about to unfold.
So maybe you've tried to watch a bit of snooker and found it a little boring. It's okay, sometimes it is a little boring. The English know this, and they even poked fun at it.
Hey, do you ever fall asleep whilst watching snooker? I sometimes fall asleep when I'm even talking about snooker.
Even the players know.
So boring.
But I'm here to tell you, snooker's not boring at all.
How about this? Bit aside? Bit aside? I told you he's a magician!
Who's done it? Dennis Taylor, for the first time, becomes Embassy World Snooker Champion 1985.
Red, I think he's going into them. He wants them open. Oh, what a shot. You always take...
Take a bow! Mark Selby! What a maximum break! And look at that! Look, Brissell comes forward and gives him a hug. And Brendan Moore, it's his last final. And he's refereed a maximum break.
Yes, I believe that snooker is the most exciting of the cue sports. And once you understand it a little better, I think that you will too. So let's get into it. Snooker is played for points. There's 6 colored balls on the table.
Pop the red stain, screw back for the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink and...
No, none of that. Snooker... I hate that song. Snooker is a very English game, and the English are silly. But so am I.
Snooker, Loopy, that's our way. We're all snooker, Loopy.
Let's just get on with it. There are 6 colored balls on the table. Yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, and black. And 15 red balls. The yellow is worth 2 points, the green is worth 3 points, and they're closer to the top left and right pocket, thus easier to make, but worth less points. Then you have the brown in the center of those, which is worth 4. The blue in the center of the table is 5. The pink is worth 6. And the black ball, which is positioned directly under the pack of reds, is worth 7 points. The reds are each worth 1 point. You must pocket a red ball and then a colored ball. And after the colored ball is made, it goes back on its designated spot until all the reds are gone. Then the player must pot the balls in numerical order from lowest to highest. Snooker gets its namesake from inexperienced British Army personnel in the late 1800s, but it also means the ability to score points from your opponent's mistakes. If you snooker your opponent like this,
trying to get a snooker him behind blue or yellow here, I would suggest, and put a colour safe as well. There goes the colour safe. There goes a cue ball in behind the yellow.
John Higgins.
Brilliant.
And they miss the ball they're trying to hit,
Foul. And a miss.
then you will get at least 4 points added to your score. In this fashion, you are never completely out of the game, and if there are technically not enough points left on the table for you to win the frame, it should be noted that your opponent always has the option to play for snookers, but most of the time it's polite to concede the game when you need 3 snookers, unless the balls lay very favorably for getting snookers, like if there's 2 balls up towards a corner you can hide behind, something like that, but otherwise you'll get looked at funny if you keep playing on. You'll often hear the snooker commentators call the bottom of the table the business end, because the higher valued color balls are nearest the reds. So this is where you can score the most points, the easiest. The great players, the likes of Neil Robertson, Mark Selby, and Ronnie O'Sullivan, will break apart the pack of reds and stay close to the pink and the black and score 50, 60, 70, or even 100 points at a time, making a coveted century break that will make the audience go crazy. Here's Neil Robertson making 100 century breaks in a single season.
At least I'm going to have the honour to be the first to congratulate him if this green goes in. At this stage of the match, absolutely unbelievable. What a monkey off his back, and the crowd standing ovation, and he certainly deserves that. It's been absolutely brilliant at this stage of the game to produce that.
It is extremely difficult to make a break over 100, so much so that even great players like Mark Williams and Sean Murphy only have 595 and 629 century breaks respectively in their entire careers. To give you a hint of the greatness of Ronnie O'Sullivan, here he is making his 1000th century break.
This is it. It's the storybook ending.
An absolutely incredible achievement.
It is 1000th century.
In snooker, you will try to make these century breaks with either a cue made of ash, like this one, which has the distinctive grain to it, combined with the black sealer. It gets covered in a black sealer so that no moisture can get in, and then it gets shaved off, which is why it has this distinctive color. Or you can use a maple shaft, which, as you can see, is nice and bright and white. It doesn't hold the grain definition of the ash, and it's sealed with a variety of different sealers, but none of them change the color. The ash cue is a lot more flexible, and you can get a little bit more compression through the ball. Ronnie O'Sullivan, most snooker players still play with ash, almost all of them actually. They're a little more flexible, a little more whippy, and the maple is quite stiff. A little more deflection, but a little easier to move the ball, so it's up to you. But snooker has something else about it that sets it apart from the other cue sports: the announcers.
His commentary is very unique.
This green baize provides snooker sanctuary to the elite.
If there's anyone in any sport displaying more genius at their sport than Ronnie O'Sullivan does at snooker, I've yet to see it.
7. And hit that as sweet as a nut.
There's no better feeling in the world.
The whole place here at the Crucible erupting for this very popular Irishman. He is so happy. 2 major titles this season and also the Irish Championship. A fabulous picture of a very happy and popular man.
Thank you, fine gentlemen, for always treating the game, the players, and the audience with respect. This is still Q Sports News, so I should give you, well, some news. The World Snooker Tour got started this year with the Bet Victor Championship League from the 26th of June to the 21st of July, with world number 7 and one of my favorite players, Sean Murphy, taking down world number 9, Mark Williams, in the final to collect his 12th ranking title of his career. The Bet Victor European Masters gets going in Nuremberg, Germany on the 22nd to the 27th of August, with Kazoo British Open qualifying being played right now, August 14th to the 19th, so plenty of snooker action to come this month. You can get all the updates on matches and streaming services at worldsnooker.com. If you would like to get a great education on snooker, its history, funny moments, as well as current events, I highly recommend the Snooker Scene podcast hosted by the knowledgeable and eloquent Dave Hendon. It's on Spotify. It's fantastic. I've listened to every episode. Because I've listened to every episode, I know some interesting facts. Like Fergal O'Brien holds the record for winning the longest frame in the modern era. He did it against David Gilbert, and the frame lasted 123 minutes and 41 seconds. See? Isn't that fun? Thank you so much for joining us here at Q Sports News. We will see you again very soon with the European Open.
Snooker, Loopy, nuts are we, me and